Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Hedera and Hbar. So with that being said, let's just dive on in and let's start off with the big announcement. So the other day we seen Hbar actually get listed on Brazil's largest exchange, really confirming the fact that growth is not going to slow down. And I think that it's great that Hedera is really kind of cornering every single corner of the market. And ultimately speaking, when I look at this space, right? I look at this space as we're kind of evolving. We're kind of evolving into this maturity level of where these assets like Hbar or XRP or Casper or QNT, like they're now finally starting to take center stage. And I'm very excited about that. Listen, one thing that I've been very, very vocal about is how fast some of these communities are growing. The Hbar Foundation, for an example, I remember when this got first launched, right? We are now over 80,000 followers on just the Hbar Foundation's Twitter account. How insane is that? On the Hedera account, over 300,000 followers. It just shows you that these companies, these projects that are focused on the community growth, are going to absolutely kill it in the next bull run. That's not me, trying to sell you guys a used car. No, that's me being serious, because the projects that avoided community growth and engagement during the bear market will soon collapse. They will. Community is crucial. It can make or break a project. And what we have seen around Hedera is not just a community growing, but we've seen the network growing. We've seen the ecosystem growing. We have seen every single aspect of Hedera growing. And I'm going to make a joke. We've even seen the supply grow. I know. But listen, we should actually welcome the idea of the circulating supply growing. I personally would love to see them release the entire amount of supply. That way we don't have to have that be brought up in question, and also FUD being created around it. Me personally, there will only ever be 50 billion supply out there. That is a small number compared to the amount of adoption that we will see in this space over the course of the next couple years. Enterprise grade adoption is only going to become a much larger trend. And when they tap into Hedera, I mean, look at the transactions that we have seen off of just one. Imagine 5, 10, 15, 20, you get the picture, right? And talking about a lot of the adoption, let's talk about the growth on the developer side of things, because I'm very excited about a lot more use cases launching on Hedera. Developer activity on Hedera has been growing rapidly as we've started to see other crypto networks losing developers. Check this out from Parabolic Hbar. Interesting data by Artemis shows active crypto developers. Core developer data by DeFi Llama shows Hedera devs up. Some core developer examples: ADA 21, Solana 27, Hbar 91. Check this out. So dev activity down in terms of weekly active crypto devs. Check this out. ADA core devs down. All right, let's go over here to Solana. Dev activity down. Hbar, look at this. This is what you want to see. Development activity behind Hedera has only surged. And I think that this is due to the fact that we are starting to see a lot more people taking this space seriously. Like, listen, as you are a developer, the cost to develop dApps on Ethereum is ridiculous. And it's also the efficiencies. Time to settlement, cost to settlement, like these are crucial things that need to be mentioned, because long term, I know everyone loves to think short term, but I love looking at the long term. When you look at the long term, Hedera is going to become a giant in the space. I don't care about, oh, the circulating supply keeps rising, they keep dumping on investors. That is such nonsense. We have seen them outline and be very transparent about the supply ratio. One thing that I will continue to tell you guys is stop thinking short term. When you look at the long term, you want development. You want active devs that are building strong use cases. And extremely scalable use cases thrive on Hedera. Why is that crucial to mention? Because everyone is so caught up in the idea of supply. 50 billion supply is not enough. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. It is not enough. Why? Because when you have extremely scalable use cases demanding, a massive amount of tokens every single time, well, guess what? Now the supply to demand ratio, it is not even a question. That means that we will have a higher priced HBAR. We talk about Ethereum. Ethereum, even though it's extremely inefficient, still hit $600 billion market cap. I'm just telling you guys that because as we look at the future regarding the space, assets like HBAR or Casper or even XDC, XRP, these are assets that could very well hit 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, $600 billion market cap. And no, it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen next week. It's not going to happen next month. It might not even happen in the next cycle. And I can almost tell you right now, it's probably not going to happen next cycle. But I'm telling you that because long term, which is also why I say make sure that you are taking profits every single cycle and reinvesting it on the lows during the bear market where nobody wants to even touch crypto. Because long term, these assets could very well be worth 500 billion to $1 trillion in market cap. Because they are that disruptive and they are that game changing. Outside of this, check out the overall performance regarding Hedera. Hedera's strong performance continued throughout quarter 3 of 2023. Transaction volume saw an increase for the 5th consecutive quarter, and network revenue grew by 30%, crossing 1 million for the first time. That's a big game changer. HBAR ended the quarter as the 31st largest crypto protocol by market capitalization. And when we actually look at the full report, so first off, key insights. These are the ones that I really want to go over. I don't want to waste your guys' time by going over every single report in here. I just want to look at the key facts. The key facts up here is transaction volume saw an increase for the 5th consecutive quarter, achieving a new record of 99 million daily average transactions. The Hedera consensus service is responsible for 99% of all transactions on the network. Hedera concluded quarter 3 with 28 billion HBAR staked, representing 85% of the circulating supply and 56% of the total supply. This high staking percentage is attributed to core entities staking their HBAR allocations to assist validators. Hedera's total value locked was $31 million. SushiSwap expanded its TVL to $27 million, accounting for 87% of Hedera's overall TVL. The Hedera community rolled out new tools and forged partnerships to enhance its EVM compatibility. Notable releases include the JSON RPC codebase, integration with Validation Cloud, the Stablecoin Studio Toolkit, and the introduction of HIP 729 to refine contract creation. I honestly do think that the future around Hedera is extremely bright, and we will only see more and more growth from here on out. Because listen, we are in a bear market where nobody really cares at all about a lot of these projects. And that's just facts. I continue to say it because I don't think people are aware on how low the interest behind crypto really is. When they come back to this space, when retail is looking at, cryptocurrencies, then they're, seeing massive amounts of numbers on the network. Because again, retail loves eating up numbers. They will look at the transactions and say, wow, Hedera is doing, 100 plus million transactions, per week. That's huge. I have to invest in it. That's how the retail sector really plays into things. And that's not me saying, hey, 100 million transactions a day. Sorry. But that's how the retail sector plays into things, right? They look at numbers and that's it. But being a long-term investor in the space and looking at Hedera and studying Hedera every single day, we know that Hedera has fundamentally changed the game. Beyond this, tokenization. The team at Red Swan CRE. If you guys have been a long-term viewer of the channel, you know about Red Swan. I've questioned them many times if they are still utilizing Hedera. They have given me vague answers, but it seems as though they are still majorly tapped into Hedera. They are actively bringing real-world assets on-chain via Hedera. Already, they've tokenized $5 billion worth of assets, and they're just getting started. Just to put this into perspective, Stellar became the #1 dominant force behind real-world assets with just $300 million with Franklin Templeton. This is $5 billion worth of assets. That's huge. Listen closely to this video. This is actually from the HBAR Bull, but listen closely.
Well, I think that it is the future. It's happening right now. People keep talking about what's going to happen 5 or 10 years from now. It's happening right now. We've tokenized over $5 billion worth of assets. We just had another major assignment in the multi-billion-dollar level, and it's going to continue. Major corporations are calling us. They want to look at their funds. when they were traditionally offering funds that were not in a digital form. They're now looking to digitize those funds because, let's face it, it's much easier for a large institution like BlackRock to not have to pay out redemption to their clients. If you tokenize, they can buy these shares at, like Don said, at a price they can afford. But now the redemption is up to the end user to sell their shares on the open exchange. Just is a major game changer for the entire industry. So let's not talk about the future. Let's talk about right now because it's happening today.
And this is the truth, right? Like, as we really kind of look at the real estate game, it's extremely monopolized, right? We know that a lot of these major players like BlackRock manipulate this market. They keep the poor out. And I don't mean poor as in a bad way. I'm just saying, like, it's extremely hard unless you have a very large amount of capital to jump into real estate. Tokenization really opens the door for that. And also beyond that, we are already starting to see the revolutionary benefits behind tokenization as a service regarding real estate. We actually already know that Red Swan has a massive marketplace on their website right now. This is incredible. And we actually see down here that getting started is easy. Sign up, select a property, start investing. It's that simple. They make this so damn simple. And we do see strategic partners, Hedera, being labeled yet again. Before, they actually weren't on here. It was originally in 2021, but then it got removed. And we were like, what's going on here? Are they still, working with them? And apparently, yeah, they have been. And here we have investors we serve, individual investors, institutional investors, family offices, and even more. And here are the benefits regarding investing with Red Swan. Again, really addressing every single key benefit regarding tokenization. I am very excited for use cases like this because we know that real estate is a $300 trillion plus asset class. But now we got this report from October 16th, token adoption grows as real world assets move on chain. Why am I bringing this up? Well, within this, we actually see down here, right? As per a joint survey by research and advisory firm Celent and American banking behemoth BNY Mellon, 91% of institutional investors are interested in putting their money into tokenized assets, with 97% agreeing that tokenization stands to revolutionize the realm of asset management. That's huge. Now, they do mention Alliance Block here, which is another great project, but check this out down here. Like I said, I've always considered real estate a $300 trillion asset class globally because it has been. But here we have a notional value being put on real estate. Is one area in which tokenization has had a significant impact. As things stand, it is the largest asset class in the world with an estimated $613 trillion value in 2023. It grew that much. This is a big deal. I'm telling you right now that as we look at the future around tokenization, it really is unlimited. This is also why I say that this market, when we really start to see tokenization surge, it's going to get very exciting. It's going to get very, very exciting very fast. Now, we're not going to see a full $600 trillion flow on chain immediately. No, it's going to take some time. But guys, think about it like this. 1% of some of these markets being tokenized on chain through some of these, think about it, right? 10%. And we have 10 different projects representing 1%. That could ultimately change the way these networks are valued. This gets me very excited. And this is why I keep saying, so many people are stuck in the short term. They get so, frustrated and discouraged. Oh, I shouldn't even be buying HBAR because the price just keeps going down. They don't want to look at 3, 4, 5 years from now. When you have people literally transacting and buying tokenized real estate, think about what this market's going to look like. We are so damn early, especially for something as big as Hedera, because they've already been entrenched within many markets. And I've talked about a lot of these markets in the past. You have healthcare, you have real estate. There is, unlimited amount of potential behind Hedera. And again, I'm not trying to sell you guys a used car here. I don't care if you buy HBAR or not. When we look at HBAR and when we look at what's been happening in the last 2 years alone, I just don't see a world where HBAR is not in the top 10. They have been absolutely killing it day after day after day. And they've been growing on every single front. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, guys, this has been Nick. Peace out.